that play of so many of us were taught that our self-worth and our self-esteem not only were enmeshed but were the same thing, then our self-worth is being imposed by what the collective wants, whether the collective is the community or the family or the person in front of you who's in charge. And whether that means you were raised in a state where there was high trauma or high pressure, women in general have had to deal with this. People of color in general have had to deal with this, where it's a lot easier for other people who haven't done their work on their own self-worth to assign your value to what's convenient to them. So when we are stuck in that cycle of my self-worth and self-esteem are that enmeshed that I can't tell them apart, or I've been taught to not tell them apart, then I lose. I was thinking when it popped into my head when I was going back to school to do Chinese medicine, and because I was excited about all of the integral medicine pieces and all of this training and all of what we're doing tonight. And I remember somebody saying to me, "Oh, but you're so good at office work. Like, you should just stick to office work because you help so many people that way. So why wouldn't you just keep helping them?" And I remember thinking, "Thank you, sir. You can learn to type." And there are other people who could have that job and that would be satisfying to them, and that is their mission, or they want that job because they want to go to work and be able to leave it at work and go home and do the other things that they care about, or there are a million reasons. But this person was actually quite stunned that I would make this crazy choice, and they brought in printouts for me from Wikipedia on how acupuncture was not real. So, sorry, 3,000 to 5,000 years of Chinese history. And that's this beautiful growth process, right? And I'm viewing this not to put that person down, but because this actually then not only becomes an opportunity for us to build our own self-worth in those cases and to extricate it, but to give them an example of that, which they can follow or not. But if they are insisting on that, they have so much of their own unresolved self-worth, and they're not going to find it without any examples.